Hi, good morning. Uh, it's been a minute since I recorded one of these, I guess. One just sit down and talk. Hi, I'm Envy, currently residing in Washington State, but truly, I'm from everywhere and nowhere. I'm everyone and no one at the same time, and in between. If existence only occurs when you're perceived, do I even exist? I'm the ghost and the zombie and the werewolf and the vampire and the most cunning of the witches and the wisest of wizards. I'm the angel and the devil, every virtue and every vice, the saintliest and the worst sinner, every man, woman, and child, every cat and dog, the spider and the fly it eats, the maggot that fly spawned eating the cow, who I am as well. I envy everything, because everything's worth envying. Still trying to figure out who I am, who I'll become in the future. I have no idea what I'm doing in this world. Who does, though? If we're being real. I'm just a meat suit made out of a little meat sponge up here with a bunch of electrical signals firing millions of billions of times a second to create consciousness. What is it all for? I've been thinking a lot about the past, about who I was years ago, about how much I repressed myself to be someone acceptable to others, without really realizing that you have to be acceptable to yourself before you can be acceptable to others. Thinking about all the signs that I should have seen earlier that proved that I'm trans. I remember 4 years ago. In fact, I found the Discord messages from 4 years ago. It was on my femboy arc or whatever. But because of deep-rooted transphobia and the like, I had no idea, surprisingly. And even as I learned to accept myself more and more, I find it really hard to be accepted by others. Not even just like socially and politically and whatever else, but like I feel like everyone hates me. Perhaps they're right too. You know, I'm a little bit of an asshole. I'm absolutely awful at talking with people, no matter who. I guess all I can do is try my best, but it's really hard. I can't help but think about all of the people who I call friends, who theoretically call me a friend, and thinking about all of the minuscule interactions I have with them, all of the points of contention among our personalities and among our goals in life. how people treat me, how I treat people, how I'm perceived. I really do just feel like I'm hated by a lot of people, even if there's no reason for it. I feel like I love people far more than people will ever love me. Every single one of my friends I love deeply. I would do anything for. But, I am left wondering if anyone else would do the same for me. I couldn't tell you the last time I considered myself to have a best friend, you know? Someone that I could rely on for anything. Someone that I could take my problems to. Is it a product of my own inner workings? A product of my inability to understand others? I understand myself, I think. I mean, I've spent 19 years stuck up in this brain of mine. There's no way I don't understand myself. Especially now. I've come to terms with so many things. I've thought about the past and all of the traumas that I've went through. I've thought about the future and the goals I hold dear to my heart. But even still, I feel so lost in the present. I had my first dream just recently. I won't go into details about it, but I haven't dreamed in years. Not one. I mean, maybe there's been some background noise up there, some rumbling during sleep or whatever, but I've never remembered anything until just the other night. I wonder what it means for your brain to stay active even in rest, even in slumber. The desires that you hold brought to light. Is that what it is? The brain is a terrifying thing. Envy, huh? What a powerful word. I feel like so much meaning is carried in it. That's why I chose it as my name, for that reason specifically. It fits, you know? I envy everything. I want to love and be loved. I want to feel close to people. I want someone to share their daily life with me, to share their experience, their short, painful experience on this earth with me, to experience another person's daily routines, to understand someone else's brain even just a little bit. But I feel so unworthy of all of those things. Perhaps if I just keep working on myself, eventually something will come of it, but I don't know how to work on myself. I don't know where there is to go from here. I mean, yeah. You get up, you go to school, gain the skills that you need to get a day job and work your ass off for the next 50 years of my life till I can retire and spend however long just relaxing, doing what I love. I hate that. But also, I suppose I envy that as well, as much as anything else. To live the life that I don't feel I'll ever get. I want everything this world has to offer and more. And what do I have to offer in return? So a lot of people I've disappointed in my years on this earth, right? I feel like it's inevitable. I think I'm fine with disappointing people. Expecting something of someone else is such a pointless task. I mean, it's not yourself. Why should you care? Why should you pretend to understand? I try my best to not place any expectations on people, but I feel like it's impossible to break the expectation that people will be themselves. And yet, there's so many fake people out there. There's so many people who will just present themselves as something they're not to the outside world. I think that's why I'm so interested in the arts. The arts are an exploration of one's own inner workings, one's own mind. I'm a very introspective person, I guess. It's hard to extrospect. No, that's not the right word. It's probably not even a word. Then again, language is fake, language is made up. Just like everything else in this world. Everything is a product of human intervention on a otherwise chaotic and a very misunderstandable world. To be able to create meaning, what a wonderful thing. To be able to find meaning.